Hello everyone, this is Ray again from kindydata.com. Today we will see how to install or configure Spark Notebook. Quickly about Spark Notebook, it's like 10 other notebooks like Zeppelin, Jupyter and all those notebooks that runs on Spark or Big Data Hadoop system. So Spark Notebook runs on Spark, Spark runs on Hadoop system, and we are able to, using this notebook, we are able to practice scala coding, R coding, Python coding. Now today I'll focus on scala coding only, so setting up the environment only for scala. Let's get going. Let's install, and then we will do some coding, very basics. First thing I have to do, I have to make sure that I have Java JDK in my system. To do that, I'll do command prompt Java. I don't have Java. Java is not recognized as an internal or external command. What I have to do, Java JDK Google. I'll pick this one. You guys are free to pick others too. I just used it before, so I'm keeping this one. Java SC Development Kit 82221. Accept. My one is Windows. You guys can pick others too. And Windows 64 I have. All we have to do, create an account. Once we create an account, the moment we sign in, it's gonna start downloading JDK. I'm gonna close this page. I don't need this one. And I already have created an account and downloaded JDK 222164. Once you download, you will see this in your download folder. Double click. Your download folder is your default location. Double click. Give permission. And then I'm gonna keep all default settings. Feel free to change your location and everything, but I'm gonna keep it default, and I'm gonna have to remember it is in C program files Java JDK 1.8.0. I'm gonna remember this. Cannot really copy this. Next. I'm gonna ignore. I'm gonna just do retry. I have installed and uninstalled few times to create this video, and hence the system gives me a warning message. If it does same for you, it should not, just keep clicking retry, and the installation is happening. Installation is happening. Destination folder, I'm gonna keep it as it is. I memorize this. Next. And I'm gonna pause the video until the installation is done. So once the installing is complete, this page, this pop-up window will appear. I don't need next step. Next step is all about API documentation tutorial. I'm gonna close it. Now I'm gonna check CMD again if Java is there. JAVA, and once you see this screen, you will know Java JDK has been installed. But it's not. We are not quite done yet. We're gonna have to create environmental variables. So every time other tools that need Java JDK, it can find Java JDK automatically. To create environment variables, I'm gonna have to come to control panel, system and security, systems, advanced system setting, environment variables. I have to create a variable. I don't have any user-defined environment variable. New. So variable username, you are free to give any name. I'm gonna give it to Java home, and variable value, that's gonna be the path. So the path would be as we memorized previously, but if you don't remember, the best way is to come to C, program files, and Java, look for Java. Actually, I came 86, it's not in 86, it's just on the program file. Java is here, JDK is my folder. Just pick any folder so that I can and right click on it on this so I get the whole path. Properties, and then this is my location. Copy this one. Cancel. I don't need this one. I don't need this one. I'm gonna keep the paste the path here, and I'm good. Press OK. Now I have user defined variable, environmental variable, Java home. And we are not done quite yet. We have to update the path as well for this JDK. To update path, select path, edit. I don't have any path defined here. I have path for all the other variables. New path. I'm not going to do C and all those. I don't have to do that. I'll do regular expression since I have created Java home already. Another regular expression, it will search automatically, and then bin binary, and then press OK. Once this is done, I'm gonna press OK. OK. I don't need this page. Now I have Java JDK in my system, and also I have environmental variable created. Now comes to Scala notebook. Not Scala notebook, Spark notebook. Scala on Spark notebook. What I do, I Google again, Spark notebook. It will bring me to here, spark-notebook.io. Click on this. I can install any of them actually, any of them. But I'm gonna stick up with zip, notebook 0.8.3, Scala 2.10, Spark 2.2.2, and Hadoop system 2.7.2. I always tend to pick the little bit older version when it comes to open source. It's a little bit more stable. Click on this one and I'll download. If you click download, I already downloaded. Then it's gonna look like this. To be honest, let me delete this one. It's gonna look like zip folder, Spark notebook 8.3, 2.10.6, 2.2.2. All you have to do is unzip, extract all here. Almost there. Once unzipped, it's gonna look like this. Click on this one, inside this one, bin. That is where you will find the execution file. We'll double, not this one, the execution file. We'll double click on the execution file. Yeah, that's fine. More information, let it run. It's a security feature. Once you let it run, you will be able to see it's listening to port 9000 localhost. Now, one thing to remember, if you every time you open Scala notebook, you have to come here and you have to click this one. Now, in one time, if you see this one blank, most likely your Spark notebook will not run. What do you do at the time? What you do, you come back to the download section, delete this one, re-unzip. Don't delete the zip folder that you downloaded, but delete the unzipped folder, re-unzip, and then do it fresh. Bin, double click, and this folder will appear. I mean, sometimes it's better to, especially open source tool, to reinstall or reconfigure or reopen than trying to troubleshoot. Once I have this one, I'm going to do the localhost 9000. So local host 9000 should be always 9000 or whatever it says here. Now another thing to remember, once you run this, don't close the CMD. As you can see, CMD is working as a log, and it's a process that needs to run for Spark Notebook to work. So don't close this one. If you close the CMD, Spark Notebook will not work. And if it doesn't work, whatever you do, if you close it by mistake, run this again and leave this open. I will minimize this one, and you can do clustering here. You can see what process is running, or you can do file. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create a new folder. I'm gonna name it kindydata.com. I'm gonna say OK. Under this folder, I'm going to create a new notebook, this version of notebook, Scala for Scala. Scala is default, so it's coming at default. If you're on Python or R, you need to configure. Maybe another day I'll show how to do Python and R. So test, let's do it a test. Let's run a few test coding. And why it's empty? Double click on this one, it's test here. And this is the notebook where we can type code and it will give us the result. Let's create something just to play with, something to see if it works. I'm gonna create a class. I'm gonna call it fruit, and in the fruit type would be everything is syntax, a string basically. And say for example price would be integer. I'm gonna close this one, run it. So my code is, my class has been defined, so code was good. Now I'm going to include value, put value in each of those string and integer. So say for an example value, I can put fruit, and say for an example apple. Say for an example it's $10 per pound. It's too expensive, but there are some good apples, organic apples, that much. Record. Now my record has been created too. Created a class fruit, and under fruit I put value as well. Now let's see if the value return value are correct. So in the record I want to see fruit type. I should see apple because I put apple, and I see apple, so it's working good. I want to see price. Only one price I put is $10, so I'll put price. Let's run this. It's $10. So this is a platform I can use to practice Scala, and you can import data and so many other things. Scala has separate tutorials. In future I'm planning to create few if I get time, but you will find so many other tutorials on Scala, and you can run your code here for practice purpose. Big data job is very lucrative nowadays, and you should know Scala. Even though you may not need Scala much in your workplace, but you should know how it works. You never know, and it's always good to know the basics. All right, I hope it helps. Thanks. Feel free to visit our site kindydata.com. I don't get time to update this site all the time, but I have sections where you can get, those are good informations. These informations are latest and I'll get updated every day. So you can go to these links, KD Navigate MIT News Inside Big Data, and you can learn a lot more about big data. I have few other variables and some information I try to post time to time. Time is something that I don't get all the time. So try to explore. Feel free to make suggestion, your contact ID, and I can update the website and share with you guys for more if it helps you. All right, that's it for today. Thank you.